Welcome to Collectivist, the global tech PR agency network for tech startups, scale-ups, and global brand giants. We are a network of PR, marketing, and communications agencies covering 6 continents and 40 countries across the US to the UK, EU, Eastern Europe, Middle East, Asia Pacific, and LATAM regions. And this is what you need to know. This is Future Gazing with Louay from Active Digital Marketing Communications in the Middle East.
I think that one of the biggest ironies that we see today is that a lot of the tech brands, from a marketing perspective, still don't really know or employ AI. And they're not doing that both internally within their organizations or externally with their agencies. So I think that as we go through this year, 2026, we're going to see that change. And we're going to see the expectation from their side is that you as an agency have AI capabilities and that they on their side have elements of AI that they can deploy to help with their marketing. And I think that initially the focus will be on lead gen, field marketing activities versus the public relations narrative side of things. Well, controversially, and I say this, and many people in PR and agencies look at me with trepidation, fear, and sometimes total disgust. But I think that there is a danger that we as an agency will not look like we do today with account directors, account managers, junior account executives. That kind of structure, that kind of model, I think is going to change. And I think that what's going to end up happening is that AI will take away a lot of the junior roles that are available in PR today. And I think what's going to happen is that PR agencies are going to become more like consultancies with senior people. The biggest challenge there will be that for people coming up into the industry that are now at university studying public relations, media, communications, whatever, there's going to be a challenge for them because AI is going to complement someone with 15 or 20 years experience, and those two elements working together is going to provide quite an effective consultancy. Somebody who doesn't have that experience, who's only using AI, will struggle, in my view. Well, it's a double-edged sword. So on the bad side, we're going to end up with discussions around value, what's valuable to them and what's not. So, the tactical elements of what we do as an agency, the press releases, the content creation, and so on and so forth, from a written standpoint, is going to be an area where agencies are going to have to really, really look at what and how they cost those areas, in my view. I think on the positive side, where the value is going to come from is going to be from, again, as I said in my original or the previous question, is I think that what's going to happen is that when you bring that experience and you combine it with the AI and you develop the content and the narratives and the story for those clients, that's where they're going to see the value and that's what they're willing to pay for. So actually, there is an argument that says that we as agencies could start to charge more because we're moving those clients up the food chain and not just doing the tactical stuff, which I believe we won't be doing anymore anyway, because they could probably do that all in-house, cheaply. One that paid me a lot of money would be a dream campaign. I think that it would be a campaign that is 90% automated. So what would happen is that you would be effectively using AI to automate a majority of the processes, and that only 10% of it would be the human element. And again, with a bit of consistency, that human element will be your senior consultant, overseeing it, shaping it, reprogramming it, reprompting it, so that it becomes a really all encompassing campaign that's effective. But not only in that, it then is effective in engaging the audiences that you're looking to target, but also in measuring the effect of what that campaign has had on engaging them. Well, from a technology point of view, I think it's going to be all about energy and data centers and large language models and the power that they're using. So I think there's an element of conservation, of climate change that's going to be part of the thought leadership discussion. I mean, I think I saw recently in one of the countries, I think it's Turkey, they've created a green data center. I'm not sure what that actually means, but that's going to be a trend and a topic. I think that we're going to continue talking very much about smart cities, but also about smart transportation. So we are seeing today on the streets of Abu Dhabi and Dubai and probably Riyadh in Saudi Arabia, we're seeing driverless cars. We're seeing that we're going to be moving into a system where the transport system is going to be very much driven by AI. Again. So I think that it's going to be not AI as the topic, it's going to be what now AI is delivering and how that's going to push boundaries in other different areas. And I think thought leadership topics around those sorts of things is going to be a key area. I think also there's going to be an issue of ironically talent gaps. I think there's huge talent gaps in cybersecurity. There are talent gaps in AI. So I think that you're going to find that a thought leadership around how we're going to bridge those gaps is also going to be quite relevant and quite interesting to see that come out in 2026. Yes, absolutely. I mean, this region now is becoming a bit of a powerhouse globally, and we're seeing that as we end 2025 and go to 2026. We see that a majority of our clients are now seeing the Middle East as a priority region. So the big events like GITEX, which 2026 is going to be in a completely new venue after 27 or 28 years at the Trade Center. It's now going to move to Dubai Expo out by the new airport. So that's going to be a big, bold, new venture that will give it a lot more space. So I think it's going to become a bigger event altogether, and I think that the way that technology is moving, it's going to be a very key event, not only for the region but I think globally. I think LEAP in Saudi Arabia is becoming a bigger and bigger event as it becomes more established and more organized. I think that's going to be a very, very important event because of course the Saudi market and the Saudi region are still going to play a key role in driving technology. And of course Black Hat is another major event that happens in the region, and I think those are probably the most focused technology events. I think Black Hat will overshadow something like GISEC, which is a little less international. But at the same time, you do have events like Seamless, which targets the financial services sector, which I think, again, with the way the technology is moving, will also become quite an important one. But I think those three, LEAP, GITEX, and Black Hat, are going to be the big ones for 2026. Cool. We're going to measure it, I think, by the amount of work that we do and the successes that we deliver for our clients through a very clever use of combined human and AI technology. It's grown. But I don't mean in terms of people. I think in terms of revenue, in terms of its ability and capability of handling wider clients, but also focusing more in the up the food chain, in the consultative, the narrative, helping to shape the story, helping to shape the strategy, helping to shape the campaign so that it engages what is a very diverse region. People tend to look through a lens of the Middle East as just one homogenous region that speaks Arabic and English and everyone's the same. Well, that's not the truth. And I think that with AI and with better statistics and better data input into the region and the target audiences that we have, that this is going to create more and more effective measurement tools that we can actually use in our AI-driven campaigns, automated campaigns, to create that engagement. So I think that's going to be the big success. If we can see that by the end of, we can look back on 2026 and say, look, we've managed to deliver, and I'm not ambitious, I'm trying to be realistic. If we've delivered 2 or 3 campaigns that were automated using AI and humans, as I mentioned earlier, then I think that's going to be a huge success for us.